In the morning, and I don't know why I'm awake, and this is the view from my rooftop. So far I like to come up here in the mornings when no one else is here. In front of us there's a train track. You can't really see it. There's shopping over there at the big 7-Eleven sign. It's the closest store. There's a school over there, a baseball stadium. And everybody's going to work. And over this way, this is the best part of living here. Look at this view of the Sky Tree. Absolutely amazing view. All that green down there, that whole area is the park. And you can see a lot of construction. Everything here is under construction. The whole area is going to be really big pretty soon. It's on the outskirts of Tokyo, so I just keep coming back to that Skytree view. Man, it's even better from the park because the park has a bridge. I'll show you in a bit. But that's all for now. It's got this sliding door to this balcony where people can climb through my window and stab me in my sleep. There's a guy living next to me. And look at that high-tech security system right there. Just press that. Probably my grandma could open that door. Let's see. I got my bed here. Most freaking comfy bed. Most comfortable thing I've ever slept on. And the reason is because they gave me this giant futon for free when I moved in here. And then this is my foam mattress I've been hauling around over God's green earth. So, when you jump on it, it's pretty comfy. I got a refrigerator. I have a refrigerator in my room. I know, it's pretty unusual. I lived a year sharing with other people now. I don't have much food in there. But the room's a lot bigger than I actually need, I think. Except I don't really have a bookshelf, so I stack everything on this stool here. A whole bunch of work papers. There's my computer. And all my books that I don't need and I want to throw away, but I can't because I'm a bibliophile. And here is all the games that what did I just say games? I meant study materials. That's right. All the Japanese study materials that I use every day, right? So you may think this is pretty small and not much, considering what I'm paying for it is about 79,000 yen or about $1,000 a month. But look behind this door here. What do we have here? Whoa! It's a bathroom. Not only is it a bathroom with pee and rust stains in the toilet and sink, but it's complete with my very own walk-in closet. Turn on some lights there. I was so blown away when I saw this. To be honest, I didn't even get to see the room before I moved in. I just trusted them that it was a good room. I got places to put everything. I could fit almost everything in my room in this closet if I wanted to. And it's got this little hole, which I thought was a cat door at first, but I guess not. Maybe they got tired of cats coming into their house. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm off to the park. And if I look like a stalker holding a camera walking around everywhere, that's okay, because I fit right in with the rest of Japanese society. So I don't want to show you the whole thing, but because it goes on for miles, it's probably 2 or 3 square miles. But there's all kinds of plants just everywhere. And they have that bridge over there. I'll show you here in a bit. Oh, here comes some people. Let's see. A flower garden that's inside the park. It's closed right now because it's a god-awful hour in the morning here. But inside they have this greenhouse and all kinds of foods that you can buy, fresh foods and all kinds of really great things. And sometimes they have festivals here because it's such a big park. There's huge shaded areas for reading. Anyway, up these stairs is the bridge. Now, and as you can see from below, the whole area is just covered in trees. This has got to be the greenest area of Tokyo that I've seen, except for maybe next to the Imperial Palace. In front of us is the Sky Tree. And as far as I know, this is pedestrian and bicycle bridge only. So I'm not going to go clear across the bridge, but maybe show this side too. The house is behind us here, along with this circle kind of forum meeting area where nobody actually meets. There's nobody there. The whole park is pretty much empty every day. It's kind of strange. Yeah, my work is further down, so this is probably the biggest hidden treasure of Chiba. It's the flower garden that people come from miles and miles to see. Flowers from all over the world here. As a biologist, I recognize most of them, but let's see. All these signs telling you what they are, where they come from. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about how I got here and how I got this place and this house. I originally came to a small town about an hour and 15 minutes away from Tokyo, working for a small eikaiwa. And I taught adults and children there for about 9 months. And I decided that I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't like the way they treated the kids. One of the teachers actually hit one of my kids during class. And there were some other factors too. Time off and being sick all the time. So I quit my job with no real plans what I would do. And I decided to move to Tokyo because that's where all the work was. And I originally came here with only one part-time job, no money, not sure where my food was going to come from, no real plan. But I put my priorities first. I guess priorities is not the word I'm looking for. Morals, values, maybe. I'm pretty convinced in life that if you put those first and, have an open mind, things will always work out the way that they're supposed to. I originally didn't want to film this video until I could be sure about the visa situation. And now I applied for renewal, and because I have 8 or 9 part-time jobs right now, I'm not too sure if I'll get the renewal I applied for. And I didn't want to jinx it by making this video too soon, but and it really worries me seeing all these beautiful flowers and this great place, wonderful jobs. I absolutely love every single one of my jobs. Here's a traditional Japanese garden, it looks like. So, finally, after all this time, it must have been 7 months of hard work, just almost starving myself, no money, Just worrying sick every day about how things will work out. And they have. They've worked out so far. Because I'm doing what I think is important. And, if the visa doesn't work out, and if things fall through, well, that's life. I'll have to leave here next month. And, to be honest, I'm not really sure what I'll do. Thought about going to China. Maybe India. I've been wanting to go to India for some time now. But whatever happens, as much as I hate for that to happen, things always work out the way that they're supposed to. It's funny how that works. I still haven't gotten over there's this, unfortunately, when you find something that's really good in your life, well, there's some butterfly. When you find something that's really good, it's easy to become attached to it, and it's easy to become very possessive of the circumstances, the people, and the places in your life. And at that point, it's not really love of what you're doing that's keeping you there. It's a different type of love. It's a selfish type of love. And unfortunately, I think I fall into that trap again, despite all my best efforts to not become attached to things and people and places. It's that mind telling you that maybe, this is all there is right in front of you. And it's hard to see past that. It's hard to see that there's other circumstances that perhaps you were meant to have. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's just beautiful. I'd come here every morning from now on. Just bugs, and unfortunately it doesn't open till 9 a.m., but absolutely beautiful place. So, I don't know if it's okay to go in here or not. And the other thing I'd like to talk about, is the reason, why would you live in a foreign country? Why would you, I've had a lot of Facebook friends and people ask me, why don't you move back to the States? And, well, here's Uzziah. And besides the fact that it's very difficult for me to find a job there, these last 9 months, I haven't read a newspaper. I haven't watched the news. I've done my best not to get involved in the political situation, in the events that are going on. Some might call this a type of escapism, maybe. I don't think of it that way at all. And the reason I don't is because there are circumstances back home, things back home that we need to change. And I meet a lot of people when we talk about this. They always tell me that they have to stay home and they have to work hard, they have to change things, they have to protest, they have to march. Maybe they have to get involved in their community. And the more I'm here, the more that I'm seeing that that's not the right approach to fix things. And maybe even fix is not the right word that I'm looking for. It's not the right way because there's a lot of emotions and a lot of way of thinking that people have, and they underestimate how much that influences their actions. Especially with Americans, with the media and the TV, just talking to people, even talking to your friends, there's a lot of built up frustration and anger that people have. I still have that. Even after being separated from it for all this time. And I feel it too. When I go home, I immediately feel it. It's like a poison. It really is. I just feel poisoned with this anger. And it really comes down to fear is what it is. And unfortunately, the people that are under the influence of fear and anger that go and try to fix things, they can only work with what they have inside themselves. Any action they take, even though it may be beneficial, even though it may be helping other people, I don't believe that we can solve the situation until people start changing themselves first. I think that's what moving abroad really allows you to do. I mean, it's not an escape from the situation, because you try to live your life in a way that prepares you to help other people by, I guess is what I'm trying to say is, well, here's a Zen garden here, rock garden, wow. When you try to remove these, this fear and this anger from you, it's not impossible to do it if you're in a horrible situation, if you're in a bad living situation. But it's a hell lot easier if you're not always stuck in the, surrounded by people that help breed these emotions, this way of thinking. And so, coming to Japan or any place, even going into the mountains, for an escape, even if you're still in the States, it's a way to reflect on you and understanding just how much control you have over your own emotions and how much control other people have over them, and really allowing yourself to develop a new way of thinking and a new way of living. So it's difficult too to see where you're standing. I guess I look at it like being in the mountains. When you're on top of the mountain, everything looks great, a beautiful view. And it's only when you take a step back and you're driving away and you look at the mountains from a distance that you really understand what they were. You really understand how big or how small it was. I look at living in the States as the same way. People would claim that living abroad, that you have no understanding of current events and current situations. And I would argue the opposite. Being abroad has increased my understanding of where I was growing up, where I grew up, and tenfold. There's just hedges here, all hedges. I think this is supposed to be some animal. It looks like a pig or something. Yeah. So anyway, I really do enjoy life here. It's peaceful. The kids are just wonderful, I've never had a job where I lose sleep the night before because I'm so excited to go to work the next day. And if the visa situation works out, I could see myself staying here for a really long time. Close to work, about 8-minute walk. And beautiful weather today, nice and cloudy. And this video is getting pretty long. I just wanted to show you the area and the park. And hopefully, if you'd like, you can come visit. I have a big space on my floor, an extra futon. And I think I'm going to end it right here.